Let me share my screen. So let me. I think you are able to see my screen, right? Yes, good. In the last class, what we had discussion about the uh, updates. It. Previously, we have discussed about client scripts and UI policies which will be executed in the client level. Today, we will discuss about server side. I think we already discussed about data policies. So the server side, the execution first is the business rules. Business rules. The business rules is nothing but it will be executed in the server side, which will be in the database side, operational side, and all other things. So here the business rules is nothing but so there are business rules are the server side scripting, which will be executed in the database level. There are four types of business rule. First one is the before. Second one is after. Third one is display. Fourth one is async. Before business rule is nothing but it's a business rule which will be executed before the record saving. That means when you click on the save button, before the record will be stored in the database, it will be executed. And the next one after the same thing will be executed after the record saving. The same concept which will be executed after the display. After the one display is a business tool. It will display the data in client level. Next, async. Async is nothing but uh, async is nothing but it will be executed like it's almost the same thing, but it will be executed after the database commits a change. It will be executed commits change. So this maybe this database async will be we can execute it later. Maybe for the async we can discuss later. So there are business rules. There are four types. The first one is the before business rule. Just give me some time. Just so before business rule, it will be executed once the what you call the record is before the saving. It will executed after the after business rule will be executed after the record saving. Display business rule will be executed. It will display the data in the client level. So I think it will be executed after the database commits a change. So today we will discuss about what is a before business rule and what is after business rule. So later we can discuss display and async in the next classes. So display before business rule, whenever, for example, we have Narayana. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to disable all the client scripts here. And also I'm just disabling all the data policies. Right now we don't need these data policies. Okay, right now we don't have, that's fine. So here what happened earlier we have did a client side validation stating that This total marks is 600, then only it has to submit the record. If you we can check how it will be executed in the server side. So I'm just going to here, duplicate business rules, clicking on the new C. This business rules, as we discussed, it will also stored in a different table, sys underscore script underscore script. So in ServiceNow, earlier everything will be stored in the table format. So marks, I'm just making marks validation. The table is one and active and advanced is true. So if you click on the advanced, then only we can write a this section will come. Then only we can write a script for this one. Now the thing was actions. So before, now the next thing here, what happened? See, whenever if you are writing a business rule, the most common thing was, so the operation you should know it when to run, what to run. The most thing. That means, for example, if you written a business rule, you want to execute before the business rule, before the record saving. But unfortunately, if you given after the one, so it may affect you the different other things. So better you can avoid always. You should know it when to run the first step. So when to run here, we have seen the operation is when to run. Here we have a order C. If you see before, after, async and display. So before I'm just taking selector and order is nothing but, so if the same order will be lowest order will execute it the first here in this one. And here the operations update, insert, delete and query. Insert is nothing but, insert is nothing but, so whenever if the record is inserting, that's the first time, so it will be executed. Update is nothing but whenever the record is updating, it will be done. Delete is nothing but whenever if you're deleting a record, it will be. Query is nothing but whenever we are querying the record. So right now I'm just making a, it's inserted or updated and this one. And now I'm just if you want to write a condition, we can write it. The minute I can show you what is the use of this one. And actions. Here, if you want to set any field value statically, we can do it. Or else I'm just going to doing the something. I just want to make address field as school name, for example. To same as. So address, if you want to oh my god, I think you don't have any school name. Okay, so I don't have, for example, if you want to address to for, okay, it's a drop down, so we cannot make it this one. That's okay. So I'm just making school name too. So the school name, whatever we have written, it will be, we can change it as per our requirement. But right now, I'm just, for example, I'm just saying school name to organization name for the time being, and this one here the advanced. The advanced is nothing but here we have two objects, and here are the advanced. We can write a script here. What are the script? What is the script we can write here? Execute current dot and previous. So in the client level, the object is the server level. What do you call that? Forgot the name. G underscore form is an object which will be executed in the client level. And similarly, in the server side, it will be executed in the client level. Sorry, in the server side, it should be the current or dot or previous dot. These are the objects. Whenever if you see the same concept in the script, so that we can understood, it will be executed in the server level. Now the thing was, wherever, whenever if you return any other thing, what we can do it is, now The thing was, so I just want to hear earlier what happened. We have written a script, right? If the total is 600, so what we have written, the total is 600. So it should be less than 600, then only it has to save it. If it is more than 600, it could not be saved. Now, see here. So now, so here, what is the logic for it? We need to get it. So I'm just same logic. First, we need to fetch the one where Telugu equal to where Telugu equal to current dot u underscore Telugu. So if you go to the one, it will come automatically Telugu marks. Next, where Hindi equal to u underscore Hindi, where English equal to current dot u underscore English, where maths equal to u underscore math marks, where science equal to current dot u underscore science marks, social social marks. So now what happened? What are the values we have get here? So now next step where total equal to the same concept pairs int. What is the use of pairs int? It will be used to the same thing. Yeah, it will convert a integer to the string. Now what we have done is we have done the calculation here. So the percent one. Now if total, we need to check it, total less than 600. Now then current dot to underscore total marks equal to total. And else if that means if the total is less not 600, so you can write a one add error message gs dot add info message total. We can add a total exceed 600. So I'm just making and here and if you want to, and I'm just saving this one. So now what happened? I just stored that here, and now what we can do is the next step. So I'm just going to the Narayana record and see how it will works. Now the same thing. I'm just here. We don't need to read on it. See, I'm just giving here school name is a test school name. Telugu marks 90, 80, 70, 80, 97, 67. for example, and I'm just trying to save this. See here, whatever we are given here, it was copied here and the total is calculated here. So now what we have to do is here, we have given us total is less than 600, it was stored it. Now if I give as a total is greater than 600, 670, for example, see it was throwing an error, total exceeds 600 and the record is saving. See, but the record is saving here. So if the record is saving stop submission here, we need to abort the action current dot set abort action true. So if you make current dot set abort action is true, what happens? It will be stored there. If I reload, so I'm just making this one to 678 for example. And if I save this, it will throws an error and it will not save it. But it will save it here. What happens? If it is a 69 486. Now I'm just going to here. For example, it's a 70 700. See, it is showing as an invalid update and throws an error and it will not be storing the record. That is use of current dot set about action. So like this, we can do the validation here. So this is the before like that we can do the validation. Any queries till now? Very good. You power. Just understand this is a very important. The business rules plays a very vital role in ServiceNow development. Whenever if you are writing a business rule, you should know the very good thing where to execute, when to execute. So that's a basic thing. Now now the next step is, this is the before business rule. Like that we can add it and the objects, there is a objects. This current is an object. If you go to the current dot, for example, it will go to the add active query. What is this? And add encode query. So whatever here it was a very big thing. The syntax and it will show the what is the advantage of it. Maybe we can discuss this was it. That's a glide API. That's a different concept. So this is the basic thing. And the next thing, this is the before business rule. And the next thing is after business rule. After business rule is nothing but, so here I'm just opening after business rule. So here, for example, in that one, I just want to create one incident here. For example, I'm just creating one field here. So here I'm just creating a new field called create an incident. So I'm just creating an incident here. So whenever if I click on this here and save this record, I need to create a new incident there. So for example, if I click on here, I need to create a new incident there, which means, so whenever if I click and I create an incident, so what are the, I need to create a new incident there, and which has to what you called No, 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 no. But whenever if I click on here, it has to create a new incident here. That's updation. I can tell you later the scenario. Now for this one, the action I'm just going to here. Go to the business rules again. Incident creation. So I'm just here. I'm just making update, and also here I can write state is AP. That means if the state is AP, then only it will execute. And actions I'm not giving. So advanced. So here we are. So since incident is a different table, right? Service now in the service now what we had a discussion, everything will be stored in the table format. So everything will be stored in the table format since we are in the Narayana table and we need to create a new record on the incident table. For that, what we have to do is 1 minute. For that, what we have to do is we need to fetch the table where incident equal to, I'm just defining a variable equal to new glide record incident. So new glide record is an API which can be used to fetch the what we can say, which can be used to fetch the current text, not text, fetch the complete table in that one. So whatever the text is, so whatever the text is, we can incident. So the incident is the one. So whatever the complete incident table it will be stored here. There we need to create an incident. So incident dot initialize. Initialize creates an empty record which will be population of before the internet. That means initialize will be used to create a empty record here. The next, what are the information we need to pass it here? So who is the, for example, I'm just making in the Narayana, this is the field. Whoever in that one, so whoever in this in charge field, so we need to copy the same to the caller field in the incident. So what happened? Incident dot caller underscore ID equal to current dot current dot so you underscore in charge underscore here. That means whatever here it will be copied the same thing. And also the next step is that's a for example. And what are the school name we have given? So it should be the organization name would be copied to the short description. So incident dot sorry, short description, right, equal to current dot u underscore organization and incident dot, so you have to short description, right? I'm sorry, description no. So incident dot description. So we should know the what should be the backend value of the exact field. The label can be anything. equal to current dot any other one URRENT current dot. So we can copy anything. Okay, so I'm just copying this in charge email ID. For example, this is for our testing purpose. I'm just current dot to underscore this one incident dot insert. So insert will create a new record with the above field values. So assume that this is the basic thing. Now, what happened if I state is AP and if I do update the record, a new incident has to create it. Now, if we go to the incident list, see this is the incident. It was created from the here. See what are the we have given David Lou and his mail ID is come. This is the incident we are created from it. But here we don't know from which record it has created. So what again? I'm just going to here adding a new field called Narayana. Narayana. Narayana record. So I'm just making type place reference and it's a Narayana. Narayana record. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep it below the assignment group. So here the Narayana is created. So now what I am going to do is this one, the Narayana record. What is the existing one? We need to display here. So in the script, what we will do is so here incident dot here we don't know. So I'm just working u underscore Narayana equal to you don't know, right? So the complete record one, if you want to go current dot sysid. Sysid is nothing but it's a recaf table. It's a thing wherever we have created. Save. Now I'm just going to create a record here. Let's see what happens. Whether the incident is created or not. It's not created. Why? Because it's not updated. The same record. So mobile number one two. Sysad is nothing but it should be wherever the record is stored. It should be a sysad. Let me check why this is not opening the incident form. 1 minute. So SysID is nothing but wherever that record is stored. Whenever if you create a record, it will be stored in a different place. That will be called as a SysID here. Now, I'm just going to save this one. Create an incident on gender is male and save this incident supposed to create it. 1 minute. Why this incident is not creating? Glad recording is call already. See here the spelling we have given. Spelling we have given the triple R, but it should be a double R. That's the reason the script is not executed. Now I'm just going to here city is going to and I'm just saving this record. See here David Lou, right? I'm just changing here to different person. For example, Ben Danglin. Since we have not given is a the email ID is wrong. Ben Danglin email ID we have not. That means we have disabled the on change client script. So that's the reason it was not giving. But in the real time, so you will be the on change client scripts. Whatever we have written, it will not be saved here. Now I'm just going to the incident list. See Narayana group of incidents, and here see here what is the incident Narayana record. It was displayed here the test record that is the here, and what is the everything has came here that organization and all other details like that we can create a all the stuff here. So got it or any confusion? This is the on after, and also this is the basic. We have many other scenarios that maybe I can cover in the coming classes. So this is the basic thing about the before and after business rules. Any queries till now what we discussed? No, syntaxes I can, what I can say. Okay, yeah, wait, I have one API. So mm, yeah, I have a Glide API. I don't think I can. Okay, I can tell you it's later. I can say, but I'm not seeing the attachment option here. That's fine. Mm, okay, I can show you the Glide API. I have prepared a document, so I can share you later. Okay, maybe next class I can share. I need to check also where it was. That's one. So this is the basic about the after and business rule. Before there is a lot of scenarios we have. So maybe we can cover it those in the next classes. Okay. Till now, any queries? What is the what topic we discussed? Just give a minute, guys. Laptop has to charge. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Yes, yes. Yeah. So this is the topic till now what we discussed. Any queries till now? Okay. So Pawan, you have any queries? Fine. I think.